Faster than a speeding bullet.
I ran until my muscles burned and my veins pumped battery acid.
More powerful than a locomotive.
An idea is like a virus. Resilient. Highly contagious.
Able to leap tall buildings in a single bound.
Hey guys, Jared Moon here, and welcome to the Better Humanology podcast. Now, this is a special episode. We're doing this on Thursday, and it's going to be short, sweet, and to the point. I just have a few announcements. I want to catch everybody up on a few things, make sure you know what's going on at Into3 Fitness, what's going on with this podcast, and just kind of update you on all the things that we have going on. And what I want to do is I want to talk about the overall mission of Into3 Fitness in this podcast, give you an update on that. I want to talk about Season 3 just a little bit, which is coming up soon. And then I also want to talk about Elevate, which is our next 12-week cycle at Garage Gym Athlete that you could be a part of. So let's hop right into it. Now, if you don't know, the entire mission of this podcast, Into3 Fitness, was established last year, even though it's been around much longer than that, and that was to help 10,000 human beings become better. Help build 10,000 better humans is really the goal. And it's through our programs, our courses, through this podcast. Really, it's any way that we can reach out to people and help them get better. And we started tracking this last year around May, and we want to accomplish this, helping 10,000 people become better, 10,000 humans become better. We want to accomplish this before 2020, really. So in 2019, we want to have this completed, and I want to give you the update of where we're at right now. As of today, I just checked it, we are at 3,500 better humans built. So that's awesome. And I know some of you listening to this are some of those better humans. And the question I always get next is, okay, well, how do you know that you help someone? Because in all honesty, Into3 Fitness, the website, gets millions of visitors per year. Thousands and thousands of people download this podcast each and every single day. So how are we at 3,500? Because this is not an arbitrary number. What I do is I actually ask. Like if you're part of our membership website, because we have a lot of free stuff in there too of our membership website. If you get in there, you'll see a big button. It's in a question. It's like, hey, have we helped you get better? And you can fill out a quick survey, say yes or no. I also periodically email people who are on the newsletter and say, hey, have we helped you get better once they've been around for a while? I don't like to ask people like right off the beginning, get to know us, see if we can actually help you. And so that's how we do it. We ask, we use surveys and we ask. And so far, 3,500 people have said that through the use of Into3 Fitness or Better Humanology, our resources, 3,500 people have gotten better, have become a better human. And so we are getting closer to our goal of 10,000. Super pumped. If you have filled out that survey, you know who you are. Really appreciate you. If you haven't, then you can actually go to into3fitness.com. You could sign up for our fitness assessment, which is free. And then you'll see that question when you log into the members area after you get access to the fitness assessment, and you can share your feedback. Have you got better? Have you not? You can provide some feedback there. Maybe you need some help in some different areas. But want to give you guys an update on that. I appreciate everyone listening and helping us drive forward with our mission here at Into3 Fitness. All right, the second thing I wanted to update you on was Season 3. So last summer, we kicked off Season 2. And now we are we're getting closer to Season 3. So a few things are going to change. We're going to have a secondary, so 2 podcasts per week. We tried this out for a little while, but there wasn't enough structure to it, and I'm a pretty structured person, so I want to bring some structure. So we'll have a longer form like we do now, and then we're also going to end up with a shorter form in which we provide some training information or just some information. Could be a book review, anything later in the week, and those will be shorter in nature, not longer podcasts like you normally get on Monday, more in line with kind of this podcast, like this podcast length, maybe up to 15, 20 minutes, and it'll be a number of different things, like I said, from book reviews, it could be other short interviews or going over different things in history or different events in fitness and competition that I'd like to highlight, and bring some attention to that could help you guys and help me get better. And so that's what we have. Season 3 is coming. You'll know when it gets here. We have a few more episodes in season 2, and then we will officially transition to season 3, make some changes. What's not going to change is our challenges. That seems to be what people love the most, and I get the most feedback on. The mental toughness challenge, the fitness challenge, the book recommendation, all of those things. People really love that. So if you're one of those people who love all of those things from me and from our guests, then don't worry about that. It's not going anywhere. But we will be making some changes because to get better as a human being, to get better as a podcast, I don't feel like you can just stay the same and do the same thing all the time. I think that you need to change. You need to make things better. You need to evolve. You need to grow with your community. And that's what we're doing in season 3, which is coming soon. All right, guys. And the last thing I want to talk about is training with us at N3 Fitness, or Garage Gym Athlete is what we call it. So you could go to garagegymathlete.com. We are open. We are not publicly open all the time because we really like to onboard our athletes. And right this coming Monday, we start workouts for our next 12-week cycle. It's called Elevate. And I want to talk to you about what it is real fast, what you can expect, because I know we have a lot of Garage Gym athletes who listen to this podcast, and so I want to make sure they know what they're getting themselves into. And then if anyone else listening is interested in joining, now is the time. Like right now is the time to join us, and get indoctrinated and start the programming and all of that stuff. So if you're interested, I'll give it another shout out at the end, but you can go to garagegymathlete.com and you can sign up for a 2-week free trial. And I do the trial because, I could answer a million questions about, is it going to have this in there? Is it going to have that? I can't do this. And I'm happy to answer all those questions if you have them. But I think the easiest way sometimes is just like, hey, sign up. And if it's not for you, there's like no tricky stuff here. You can cancel at any time if it's not for you. If it is for you, awesome. Then you still have 2 weeks to test this out before you're ever charged anything. So you can sign up for that 2-week trial. Now let's talk about Elevate. So what we're doing here, we just came off of a 12-week cycle called Accelerate, and people are hitting PRs like crazy. They're posting them in the Facebook group. We do this thing, for anyone who might not know, is if you post a video in the Facebook group of you hitting a PR, we send you a shirt. It's called the PR shirt. It's kind of a coveted shirt at Garage Gym Athlete. You have to not only hit the PR, it's got to be recorded, documented, and put in our group, our members-only Facebook group, and then we send you the PR shirt. And people have been posting. We're sending PR shirts like crazy right now, and I want to make sure that we continue that progress. So if you're one of the athletes who maybe has a PR shirt in the mail or just got one, don't worry, we're not going to backtrack here when we go into Elevate because we do really crush it in the squat and the deadlift. It's something that our athletes, we work on a lot and our athletes are really good at. And now we're going to continue that progress. We're going to make sure that we are building strength, in the squat and the deadlift. We're still doing that, still making sure that you're a powerful athlete. But where I am seeing athletes not as strong, like they're still hitting PRs, but in relation to their body weight, they're not as strong, is the press. And I look at all these numbers and data for our athletes. And so we're going to start taking a pressing emphasis on top of making sure that we're keeping all the other lifts, moving forward. And we're also going to do some hypertrophy work, so some functional bodybuilding. And when I say functional bodybuilding, I just mean we're still going to have a very functional strength and conditioning program, but we're going to hop into some hypertrophy work as far as set and rep ranges and percentages to make sure that we are building some muscle, because that's really what it takes to get a press increased. So you're going to see a lot of that. Sometimes it's not as easy as just lifting a heavy barbell over and over again. That works to a point, but sometimes you just need to take a step back, build the muscle in order to make sure that you can hit that PR and continue to move forward. And so that's what we're going to be doing with that strict press emphasis and also that functional bodybuilding. It doesn't sound super sexy, but I just want to be real honest with my thoughts behind this next 12-week cycle and make sure you guys know what's coming. But like I said, one thing that I always tell my athletes, there's no way you're getting weaker at Garage Gym Athlete. We're always going to have a strength emphasis in our programming. And then it is a strength and conditioning program, so we are going to have a lot of conditioning in this program. And we just came off of Accelerate, and all of the conditioning in Accelerate is conditioning that is meant to complement your lifting. So if you were doing squats, then we would do some sort of metabolic conditioning in which all the movements complemented your squat getting better. And that's what we call 4D conditioning. Now we have 3B conditioning, which is more interval-based and more energy system-based. And that's what we're going to be doing. We're doing a lot more energy system training over the next 12 weeks, building your engine all the way down from a short burst sprint up to a long distance run. So we're really going to be building people's engine. And when I say engine, I don't just mean the aerobic engine for these longer duration stuff. I mean like your entire engine, from being able to be explosive and powerful for short duration, to that middle range of being able to actually push yourself and go all out for, say, 2 minutes, and then also being able to run and hit a sustainable pace for 20 or 30 minutes in a longer distance aerobic capacity. So we're also going to be doing that. And the two other really cool things I think about Elevate are I have hired a mobility specialist who is integrating into our programming. And what they're doing is the first 4 weeks of the 12 weeks, they're going to take a generalized mobility approach. And that's what we're doing, just to make sure that, we have a lot of people who, maybe you sit down a lot for your job, or, you just have some of the common shoulder, low back, hip, mobility issues. And so the first 4 weeks, we're going to really tackle that side of things. We're going to make sure that you're more mobile and that you're able to move appropriately. And then the next 8 weeks, finishing out a 12-week program, we're actually going to get really laser focused on specific movements, for your shoulders that go in conjunction with that programming for the day. It's going to get very targeted as we move forward, but we're starting off with a very generalized approach to the first 4 weeks, making sure that people are really, really good to go. I'm really excited about that, to have, another coach on board who can really target that stuff specifically, because mobility is not my specialty. And so, I farmed that out to someone who is way better at that than me. And you'll get introduced to him in the Facebook group if you are a Garage Gym Athlete as we move through the program. And the last thing is we're going to be taking a nutrition emphasis this cycle. We didn't do that as much as in Accelerate. While nutrition is always important, it's not like a service that we can constantly provide to every single athlete. But what we're going to be doing is a lot of live trainings. We do that in Garage Gym Athlete already. We're going to be doing some live webinars where we can help you dial in your nutrition. I'm going to be doing a lot of live videos in the Facebook group and sending out emails, trying to help people, really get dialed in with their nutrition. Just making sure that you have a right plan for you, that you're doing the right things, starting from a very small, like what you can do around your workout before and after, your pre and post workout nutrition. That's where I really like people to start. And then we kind of expand that out, getting you better in all areas, making sure that you're healthy, ready to go, and you're seeing progress. Because we say at Garage Gym Athlete that our training is like hitting the gas pedal. You're gonna go. Our training is pretty intense, not the highest level. It's very intelligently programmed. It's not there to just beat you up, but it is intense. It's like hitting the gas pedal. You are going full speed, and then the steering wheel is the nutrition. So we're going to make sure that you have that steering wheel. So if you want to, since we are doing some functional bodybuilding, if you want to gain a little bit of muscle, gain a little bit of weight, that's going to be 100% possible. We just need to make sure that your nutrition is steering you in the right direction to be able to achieve that goal. And if you want to lean out, given that it's a strength and conditioning program, we could just make sure that maybe your caloric intake is a little more restricted and we have you on the right macronutrient plan to tone or do whatever your specific goal is. And I'm going to explain a lot more about that for everyone in the program. So we're going to be taking that nutrition emphasis, guys. And that's Elevate. And I just want to update you on those three things. So we made it to 3,500 better humans. Super excited about that. Thank you so much, everyone who has shared that you've been better. If you haven't yet, please, you can even email me. You could hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, anything like that, and just tell me, and I'll jot it down, make sure that you're added to our database of one of the humans who has become just a little bit better through the use of better humanology and into 3 fitness. Season 3 is on its way, and I can't wait to do that. And also Elevate starts in a few days. If you want to be a part of it, you have a few more days to sign up. We'll actually be open through next week too. We'll give people plenty of time to join up since we don't open this massively all the time. And if you want to sign up, you can go to garagegymathlete.com and you can start your 2-week free trial right away and find out if this is for you or isn't for you. But our first workout will be this Monday. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening to the podcast. If you have any questions at all, you know where to find me. Hit me up on the contact page at into3fitness.com, and I will get back to you. But other than that, thank you so much for listening.
Your best. Losers always whine about their best.